I didn't catch it from the first time you said it. 2 seconds ago.
Okay.
Okay, hi, I'm Lucretia. Hello guys. Hi friends, this is Lucretia from Burning Up the Roads. And I just was thinking today would be a good day to maybe do a cooking video. I've got everything almost ready. Start off, I've got some a couple pounds of hamburger and some, see there's some hamburger, there's some sweet Italian sausage in here, and there's some turkey burger, all ground up with some green peppers, some onion, and some other spices. I believe garlic, onion, and let's see, garlic, onion, and now I have to double check because we can't have people not knowing what I put in my stuff. Some Lowry seasoned salt. Okay? All right. So over here, to start with, I have some veggies. Now I'm going to be making a, oh my gosh. MJ just made one on video a week or so ago of MJ and Mike's travels, I believe. And I don't think she used the veggies at first, but I do. I'm going to have to put these in. Put a little, come on, trying to do this one-handedly. Darn it. A little seasoned salt on top. And then I will be taking, get a little spatula here, kind of moving it around in the oil. I already had preheated the pan. Oh gosh. I had preheated the pan. And I'm just going to saute these about 2 or 3 minutes. A little longer probably till they're a little softer. And then I'm going to take them out, and I'm going to cook the burgers about 3/4 of the way through. And then I will make a gravy, a brown gravy, and then I will put the burgers back in and let them cook for about 30 minutes, soft, just very softly in the gravy and the veggies. Okay, so the onions and the peppers are kind of translucent. And by the way, there was some leftover of the meat with the peppers and the onions in it. And so I'm going to fry that up for the dogs. So I'm going to grab the tongs. And here, hamburger patty Salisbury steak. And I swear I saw MJ of Mike and MJ's RV Adventures do this. But I looked back so I could properly give her credit, but I don't see it on there. So it may or may not have been MJ, but I'm fairly certain it was, and I'm just blind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the peppers, and oh, by the way, I got some potatoes boiling in here with some seasonings, some garlic in there. I'm going to go and offload the peppers into this bowl, peppers and onions. They will go back into the gravy once I make it, after I make the patties. And they will saute in there, or not saute, they'll melt. Let's just call it melting. Mesh and melt in with the Salisbury steaks. Okay. Don't have to get every last one out, but kind of mosta. All right. Now, I'm going to turn this down just a hair, and I'm going to take, my hands are clean. I washed them just prior to filming this piece right here, and I'm going to carefully lay the hamburger steak in. There's 4 of us. 2. And these are good size, let me tell you. These are probably over 1/4 pound burgers. 3. And then 1 more. Come on, Pan. Stay on there, buddy. Darn it. Alright. So, I kind of got them into an oblong shape. And let me set you down so I can wash my hands and talk to you. So, I'm going to wash my hands, especially after handling meat. Well, meat, poultry, pretty much anything of the meat category. Alrighty. Do not want to cross-contaminate anything. Boiling, I'm going to turn them down just a hair. They don't need to boil like crazy. I got this little bit of meat on the back kind of cooking up. And now I have these burgers. I'm going to take the lid and I'm going to cover the lid on these hamburgers. I think I'll do 5 minutes. Seven minutes on each side, and we will see. I don't want it to burn, so I'm putting them on about a 6 on an electric oven. And so we have the potatoes cooking, and whilst I wait, I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Drip. Come on. I don't normally like coffee in the latter part of the day just because, well, it's not about keeping me awake because I can go to sleep. Ooh, that's some dark coffee right there. It would be U-Ban dark roast. And there's all kinds of teas back there. And a cup my friend gave me. Let's see what that says. It says, a prayer for my friend. And if I'm not correct, I believe Julie, my friend Julie, and you know who you are, Julie. I don't think you ever watch this, but I love and miss you, and it's right here. I still got it. Okie doke. That'd be she right there. Okay, everybody, I went ahead and I flipped the burgers using 2 hands rather than get second degree burns on my arms and face with all the splatter. I've turned the heat up to a 7, and on this side I'm going to cook on 9 minutes. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle on each burger some Worcestershire sauce. Whoops, and a little bit on the stovetop too. And I've got the potatoes are pretty much done. I'm just going to let them stay warm. I've got those completed and they're going to go back in. And about 10 minutes we're going to see if these are ready to take out for a few minutes while I make the brown gravy, and then put them and their sweet little friends back into a brown gravy. The steak patties, the steak hamburger patties, to this plate. And in it, in the pan, I put approximately 2/3 cup of flour, of butter, so some kind of fat, and the same amount in flour. Now this is called a roux, and this is for thickening, R-O-U-X. If you don't know, I didn't know one day, and then one day I knew. I wasn't born knowing it. So a roux is what thickens things. I like to make homemade macaroni and cheese, and I do it with a roux. Start with a roux. Okay, so I've combined those two. I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to grab my whisk. Going to whisk, whisk, whisk. This is not easy, folks, one-handed. You're hearing in the background, button up against glass. And I apologize, I don't know where my stand is. So, a couple minutes, I'm going to actually put 2 minutes on the timer. And we're on an 8 right now on heat. Last thing we want to do is burn it. So it doesn't need to be on the highest of high. But you want to get any bits and pieces off. Before we move to this piece of it, I went ahead and dumped the liquid that was left over, which was about a half a cup of liquid, in with the onions and peppers. And I will just reintroduce it back into the whole pot in a minute. But this piece, this part, is to, if there were any pieces connected to the bottom, I'd be getting those off. And it's to cook out that kind of flouriness. And behind it, we have cooked the dogs some meat. I think they're going to like. I like to make our own dog food, soft dog food when possible. Zar Binks. Come here, Zar. Come. Here's my little friend. Come on. Can you sit? Come here, Zar. Sit. Be a nice man. And little Patty Lake. She's our girl. Want to shake a paw, Zar? Well, look at you. Be a gentleman. Say hello. He's a great dog. This poor guy had been abused as a puppy. Around his paws, you might even still be able to see this faintness of where there was barbed wire wrapped around his little paws. Anyways, he's not abused now. He loves his grandma. He came into our family via my nephew William. And can you sit for a moment, please? Zar, bink, 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 bink. Bink, bink. You're making a stone. Come here. There's nothing in that bag. No, there's nothing in that bag. Come here. Sit. Do you hear Daddy? So he came into our family via my son, or via my nephew, and then to my son. Okay. So we are done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to turn you off for this part. All right. So what I did is I removed, or not removed, I added to this about 4 or 5 cups of beef broth, along with some browning seasoning. And now, and then I put the peppers and onions back in, and I'm going to take the patties and carefully lay them. Ooh, that's hot. Jiminy cricket. Gonna lay them back in the gravy. Number 3. Und number 4. Fear. I failed an entire, come here, you son of an entire year of German. But I remember fear is 4 in German. Number 4. I don't know why I wanted to take the hardest language on the face of the earth, but I did. Anywho, there we go. That is now going to steep together, I think about 30 minutes. And then we'll see what we have. So I don't know if you can hear that, but that's bubbling and gurgling the sweet words. I'm done. I'm done. They've cooked for about 30 minutes in the juices there. And then I took the potatoes and I put them in here after I got rid of the liquid. And I'm getting ready to make mashed potatoes. And here is the finished plated product. And I'm thinking they're going to be good.